Hey, what's going on out there, Vol Nation? Little impromptu setting, a little impromptu video coming at you right now. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Had a lot of content come last night. I was kind of debating what to do today, whether I'd get to doing content or not today. But I thought this was, to some of you, it may not be a big deal. But if you've grown up around Tennessee football, especially my age, you grew up with John Ward and Bill Anderson calling games up through the '98 national championship. Since then, it's been Bob Kessling as the voice of the Vols going on, 26 years that he's done it. And Bob will wrap up here at the conclusion of basketball season as well. And everybody's got their opinions on it. I actually met Bob at a Tennessee Smokies game one time. Went and sat down, and my seat was right next to Bob. Super nice guy. Talked to me, remembered my name when he left. Just a really good guy. And, like I said, I don't ever listen where I'm not up in the Tennessee area. I don't listen to the radio with it anymore or anything. But, everybody's had their opinion since Bob Kessley announced he was retiring. The consensus from people I know and people I've read, everybody wanted Mike Keith. There are, the exceptions. Not everybody's going to like the style, but it was announced, just saw it just a minute ago. Mike Keith is indeed the new voice of the Vols. I've not seen all the details on this as of yet. My thinking on this is, and let me see if I can find a little bit more on it here. I see it posted on volquest.com. Not sure if it's broken anywhere else. Brent Hubbs has already got a sit-down interview with Mike Keith. So they've known this one. Austin Price has hinted around at it for a bit as well. So Mike Keith is officially the new voice of the Vols. My thought on it is he'll do football and he'll probably do basketball as well. John Wilkerson has been the voice of the Vols baseball team this whole time. I fully expect that to continue. Also, it'd be interesting to see, who's with Mike Keith, because I think I've seen that Pat Ryan is retiring as well. Now, they have worked together with the Titans. And Mike Keith, if you're not aware, he's been the voice of the Titans, I guess, since they moved to Nashville. If you remember the Music City Miracle, he was on the call for that one. That one was played a lot. That was a pretty cool call. I like the Mike Keith style. I like his enthusiasm. He's got a great voice for it. And, some of these articles you see, they talk about how well respected he is in the industry and how, he's a pretty lighthearted guy, but he's a very hard worker as well. He'll be very detailed with it as well. And I've not seen yet who will be in the booth with him. To me, in the perfect world, and I don't know this will happen, it'd be Mike Keith and Charles Davis. Of course, Charles Davis, last I known, he's an NFL analyst for CBS Sports. Very good, very smart, very good. If you've watched any over the years, they've had some of the recruiting celebrations where those two guys have hosted it, Mike Keith and Charles Davis. And it's excellent. They have good chemistry. That would be a home run for the Vol Network if you could get for football Mike Keith and Charles Davis. I can't imagine anybody but Burt Bertelkamp doing basketball. He's done it for so long. Burt's great in there as well. He and Bob had a good chemistry. I'm sure Bertelkamp and Mike Keith probably know each other as well, I would imagine, as long as Bertelkamp's done it. But I think it's an exciting time, especially, if you're like me. So many people have talked about growing up listening to John Ward. My dad even talks about going back in time, Lindsey Nelson, because Dad's like, when Lindsey Nelson retired, is like, who's going to replace him? And then John Ward comes along. And, now it's like, who replaces John Ward? And, Mike Keith doesn't have to be John Ward, Bob Kessler, or anybody. He just needs to be Mike Keith, do his style. That's what these guys do. I think it'll be an exciting time for Tennessee. This is a guy people have wanted as an announcer in Knoxville for a long time, for the most part. But exciting time, again, for me. I'd be curious to see how many you'll kind of pick up the radio waves again on it. And that's something that, the first time I'd done it was I was coming back. It was the national championship game for Tennessee baseball. It was game 3, and I was on the road as the game started, and we were able to get John Wilkerson on the call pulled up. That was first time in a while. It took me back in time a little bit. So I'll definitely try to get some Mike Keith stuff pulled up. I want to hear him call some games, how good he'll be, because I think he'll be awesome at it. And, again, what will help with him is getting, that good analyst in with him. Like I said, perfect world is Charles Davis. I don't know that Charles Davis would leave his gig with CBS Sports. I would imagine the Vol Network have to pay some pretty good money on that one. But just wanted to bring you this quick video, and I'll get it updated here in just a few minutes. Make sure you check out, I had a lot of content yesterday, football, basketball, and baseball content. I'm still up in the air on Lady Vols tonight. I don't know that I'll be able to get back to get that recorded. I'm going to try or go live tonight. I won't be able to commit to that till probably the last moment tonight, though. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. This is Frank. This is the House of Orange. Make sure you hit that like, that share, that subscribe. And, like always and every day, it's always a great day to wear the orange.